Hello, Trump supporters. Before we get into this, make sure you subscribe. We have some upcoming videos that are going to be awesome. The debates, the election. Make sure you hit that notification bell also, because my videos are very difficult to find on YouTube for some reason. I wonder why. So here are my 5 favorite moments leading up to the election in 2016. I know it was a long time ago, but these are some troubling times. We could all use a little entertainment. Enjoy. All right. Ted Cruz at an event in Indiana for the Indiana primary goes across the street to talk to some Trump supporters. If you haven't seen this, it is hilarious. My top 5 favorite moment.
I think anyone that wants to be president owes it to the people of this state to come in front of you and ask for your support. And I'm running to be everyone's president. Those who vote for me, even those
we don't want you.
Well, you're entitled to your view, sir, and I will respect it. In fact, I will protect. I will
You
protect
have
your
cases
rights.
to drop out. It's your turn.
First of all, I got to say, props to Ted Cruz. He's come around. He's become a big Trump supporter, and he's been great. He has been great after all this. And this guy over here is awesome. This guy is
well.
Take your own word.
Now I'm curious, sir.
Time to drop out.
When Donald doesn't get to 1237, are you going to call him to drop out?
Donald's definitely going to get to 1237. No, he's going to get more than 1237.
Let me ask you something, sir. What do you like about Donald?
Everything.
Give me one.
Everything.
Give me one. Can you pick any?
The wall.
Okay, the wall.
That's the main thing.
All right.
Immigration.
All right, hold on a second. Now, do you know on the wall that Donald told the New York Times editorial board he's not going to build a wall and he's not going to deport anyone?
You're lying. Once again, lying Ted.
Well, sir, you know, actually, civilized people don't just scream and yell at each other. I'm not yelling at you. Do you know that Donald's words... Let me ask
you are the problem.
Let me ask you
You are the problem,
right,
politician. You are the problem.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Can I ask you something?
You are
Out of all of the candidates, name one who had $1 million judgment against him for hiring illegal agents.
Name one.
Donald Trump is the only.
That's right.
Okay,
Not you.
So you like
you.
rich people who buy politicians.
Where's your Goldman Sachs jacket at? We know your wife works there.
Actually, I was supported by, and am supported by 1.3 million contributions. Sir, with all respect, Donald Trump is deceiving you. He is playing you for a chump. And ask yourself 2 questions. Why is it that the mainstream media so desperately wants Donald Trump to be the Republican nominee?
Bash him every chance they get.
Do you agree with Nancy Pelosi?
The thing is,
Do you
I
agree
don't
with
agree with
Harry Reid?
everybody, but I
Do you
believe
agree-
in Trump. He's the only one that's going to put us where we need to be.
Sir,
What are you going to do
sir,
about
well-
our Second Amendment?
Okay, great question.
What are you going to
The
do about our
Second
Second
Amendment?
Yeah.
All right, I have defended the Second Amendment in front of the Supreme Court of the United States. Do you know that Donald Trump supported Bill Clinton's national ban on some of the most popular firearms in America? And that is a fact. You can go read his book where he said, I agree with Bill Clinton. In fact, he said, I hate guns. That's a quote from Donald Trump. I have spent 20 years fighting to defend the Second Amendment. And I'll tell you this, sir. If Donald Trump ever becomes president, he has said on the Supreme Court he's going to cut a deal with Chuck Schumer. He said that in 2 debates ago, which means...
This really aged well. He's going to cut a deal with Chuck Schumer about a liberal Supreme Court justice. This one.
He's going to put a liberal on the Supreme Court. He's going to take away your Second Amendment right. There is a reason why Gun Owners of America has endorsed me in this campaign, because I've defended the Second Amendment my whole life, while Donald Trump is a New York liberal who will take away your Second Amendment rights.
Couldn't be more wrong.
Man is lying to you, and he's taking advantage of you. And I would encourage you, sir. I appreciate your being out here speaking. If I were Donald Trump, I wouldn't have come over and talked to you. I wouldn't have shown you that respect. In fact, you know what I would have done? I would have told the folks over there, go over and punch those guys in the face. That's what Donald does to protesters. I think a candidate is campaigning to work for you.
Like you always do.
Okay, stop. What word did I say was a lie?
About Donald telling people to punch people.
Okay, let me ask you, sir. Just go home and Google Donald punch in the face protesters. And at his rallies, look, this is on national television. You can watch the facts of him standing at the podium saying, punch that guy in the face. I mean, and in fact, he says I'll pay your legal fees when you punch him in the face. And there's a problem. Listen, Donald Trump has accused everyone in this race of being a liar. Donald cannot tell the truth in 1 minute.
You'll find out tomorrow.
So-
Indiana don't want you.
Well, sir, you are entitled to
No,
have
we
your
don't.
rights, but I'll tell you this. Sir, America is a better country.
Without you.
Thank you for those kind sentiments. Let me point out, I have treated you respectfully the entire time. And a question that everyone here should ask.
Are you Canadian?
Do you want your
Are you
kids,
Canadian?
do you want your kids
Did you hear
repeating
that? Let's hear that again.
is a better,
This guy with the beard is awesome.
and a question that everyone here should ask.
Are you Canadian?
Do you want your
Are you
kids,
Canadian?
do you want your kids repeating the words of Donald Trump? Sir,
That's right.
I respect your right to speak, but I'm also going to say, in America, we're a nation that is better than anger and insults and cursing and rage. And I believe the people of Indiana have a common sense, good judgment, that we want real solutions.
Everybody vote Trump. Now you look at Kasich.
Oh man, that was so entertaining. Number 4, John Kasich was the most despicable of all the Republican candidates as far as I'm concerned. He is just absolutely despicable. And to see Trump roast him like this was just awesome. My number 4 favorite moment.
I don't think he knows what, did you see him? He has a news conference all the time when he's eating. I have never seen a human being eat in such a disgusting fashion. I'm always telling my young son, Barron, I'm saying, and I always with my kids, all of them, I'd say, children, small little bites, small. This guy takes a pancake and he's shoving in his mouth. It's disgusting. Do you want that for your president?
He's right. It's disgusting. And it's also not presidential at all. He's absolutely right. You can't have someone who's eating like a slob as president.
I think so.
On Monday, George W. Bush will campaign in South.
And this, by the way, was absolutely incredible when Trump called out in the debate the whole Bush family, the Iraq War, basically called them liars. And I don't think necessarily George Bush, President Bush, was a liar. I think he was surrounded by some really unscrupulous advisors that had ulterior motives and, maybe lied to him. But the bottom line is the Iraq War was a fiasco, and Trump called him out on this. It was unbelievable.
Line for his brother. As you said tonight, and you've often said, the Iraq War and your opposition to it was a sign of your good judgment.
So let me just tell you, obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake, all right? Now, you can take it any way you want, and it took Jeb Bush, if you remember at the beginning of his announcement, when he announced for president, it took him 5 days. He went back. It was
Jeb Bush. What another loser. What a loser. Not as bad as Kasich, though, but unbelievable that this guy would even have a chance.
mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It took him 5 days before his people told him what to say. And he ultimately said it was a mistake. The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake. So George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East.
And it was Trump's job to try to fix it, which he's done a pretty damn good job doing, by the way, fixing this mess over there that was created by the Iraq War with ISIS and everything else. He's done a damn good job fixing it.
You do whatever you want. You call it whatever you want. I want to tell you, they lied.
Okay.
They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass
Okay,
destruction.
all right. Governor Bush.
So here's the deal. I'm sick and tired of Barack Obama blaming my brother for all of the problems that he's had. And frankly, I could care less about the insults that Donald Trump gives to me. It's blood sport for him. He enjoys it, and I'm glad he's happy about it. But I am
$22 million
sick and tired of him going after my family. My dad is the greatest man alive in my mind. While Donald Trump was building a reality TV show, my brother was building a security apparatus to keep us safe, and I'm proud of what he did. He's had the gall to go
The
after
World
my
Trade
mother.
Center came
He's
down
had the
during
gall
your
to go
brother's
after
reign.
my
Remember
mother.
that.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Good point.
He's had the gall to go after my mother.
That's not
Look,
keeping
I
us
won the
safe.
lottery when I was born 63 years ago and looked up and I saw my mom. My mom is the strongest woman I know.
She should
This
be
is
running.
not about my family or his family.
Okay.
Russia, if you're
Oh,
listening,
man. And number two, when the media and everyone in the media and around the establishment political structure went absolutely crazy when Trump asked Russia if they had Hillary's emails to publish them or whatever. This was one of the funniest things. They just went after everyone, the right, the left, everyone in the whole establishment went nuts after this.
I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
Do you have any qualms about asking a foreign government, Russia, China, anybody, to interfere, to hack into the system of anybody who's in this country? Does that not give you pause?
No, gives me no pause. If they have them, they have them. We might as well find. Hey, you know what gives me more pause?
Exactly.
That a person in our government,
Exactly.
crooked Hillary Clinton. Here's what gives me more. Be quiet. I know you want to, save her.
The bipartisan backlash, fast and furious. Clinton's top foreign policy advisor calling this a national security issue, adding, "This has to be the first time that a major presidential candidate has actively encouraged a foreign power to conduct espionage against his political opponent." And from a spokesman for House Speaker Paul Ryan, Russia is a global menace.
Paul Ryan, there's another loser.
Led by a devious thug. Putin should stay out of this election. Trump seeing it a different way.
I'm not going to tell Putin what to do. Why should I tell Putin what to do? I never met Putin. I don't know who Putin is. He said one nice thing about me. He said I'm a genius. I said, thank you very much. And that was the end of it. After getting the subpoena, you delete 30.
And my number one favorite moment leading up to the election was when Trump absolutely roasted Hillary during the debate.
3,000 emails. And then you acid wash them or bleach them, as you would say, a very expensive process. So we're going to get a special prosecutor and we're going to look into it because you know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done. And it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Secretary Clinton, I want to follow up on that. I'm going to let you talk about
say,
email.
because everything he just said is absolutely false, but I'm not surprised.
Really?
It is, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Oh man, that was awesome. Make sure you subscribe. God bless President Trump.